What if I told you that the exercise you've been relying on to protect your heart might actually be leaving you vulnerable? I know that sounds backwards, especially when you've been told your whole life that walking is the golden ticket to heart health. But here's what's keeping me up at night, and it should concern you too. Every single day, thousands of people over 60 are walking religiously, checking off that exercise box, feeling like they're doing everything right for their heart. Meanwhile, their heart muscle is still getting weaker, their stamina is still declining, and that fear of breathlessness, of sudden chest discomfort, of not being strong enough when it really matters, that fear is still there. And it's not because walking is bad, it's because walking alone is no longer enough for what your heart actually needs after 60. Top cardiac specialists have been studying this for years, and what they've discovered is that there's one specific type of exercise that strengthens your aging heart in ways that regular walking simply cannot touch. This isn't about walking more miles or walking faster until you're exhausted. This is about working smarter with your heart, not harder. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this exercise is, why it works better than walking for your 60 plus heart, and how you can start doing it safely today. But before I tell you what it is, you need to understand why walking alone might be failing your heart, because this changes everything you thought you knew about staying heart healthy in your senior years. Let me explain what's really happening inside your heart when you only walk. Your is a muscle, right? And like any muscle, it needs to be challenged in specific ways to stay strong. After 60, your heart starts losing its pumping power naturally, about 1% every year. Now, walking at a steady pace does keep blood flowing, and that's definitely better than sitting on the couch all day. But here's the problem that nobody talks about. When you walk at the same speed for 30 or 40 minutes, your heart settles into a comfortable rhythm. It's not being pushed to adapt. It's not being challenged to get stronger. It's just maintaining. Think about it like this. If you lifted the same 5-pound weight every single day for years, would your arm get stronger? No, it would just stay the same. Your heart works the same way. And this is why so many people who walk religiously still feel winded climbing stairs, still feel exhausted by early afternoon, still worry about their heart health despite doing what they were told to do. The cardiovascular system needs variety. It needs intensity changes. It needs those moments where your heart has to work a little harder and then recover. That's what builds real strength and resilience in an aging heart. That's what improves your endurance and gives you that energy you remember having years ago. So if walking isn't the complete answer, what is this one exercise that changes everything for your heart? Here it is. The exercise that cardiac specialists are now recommending over steady walking for people over 60 is interval-based movement. Now, before your mind jumps to images of intense gym workouts or sprinting until you collapse, let me explain what this actually means for you. Interval-based movement is simply alternating between your normal comfortable pace and a slightly faster pace for short bursts. That's it. You might walk at your regular speed for 2 minutes, then pick up the pace just enough to feel your heart working a bit harder for 30 seconds, then back to normal. Or you could be doing any activity you enjoy, gardening, swimming, cycling, even chair exercises, and you add in these short bursts where you increase your effort level just a notch. The magic happens in those transitions. When you speed up, your heart has to pump harder and faster. When you slow down, your heart learns to recover efficiently. This back and forth is like strength training for your cardiovascular system. It teaches your heart to be more flexible, more responsive, more resilient. Cardiac specialists prefer this approach for seniors because it delivers better results in less time. It improves your heart's pumping capacity. It enhances blood vessel function, and it does all of this while being gentler on your joints than long distance walking. Your heart gets stronger, your circulation improves, and you build real endurance that translates into daily life. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't that too intense? Here's why it's actually safer than you think. Let me break down exactly what's happening inside your body when you do this type of exercise, because understanding this will change how you think about your heart health. When you alternate between different intensity levels, you're actually triggering something called cardiovascular adaptation. Your heart muscle fibers get stronger because they're being asked to respond to change Not just maintain a steady state. Think of it like this: your heart becomes more efficient at delivering oxygen, rich blood to every part of your body. Your blood vessels become more elastic and responsive, which means better circulation to your brain, your organs, your muscles, everything. And here's something most people don't realize: this type of movement actually helps lower your blood pressure more effectively than steady walking alone. Studies have shown that interval based exercise improves your heart's stroke volume, which is how much blood your heart pumps with each beat. A stronger stroke volume means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to do its job, which is exactly what you want as you age. Plus, this approach helps control cholesterol levels, reduces inflammation in your blood vessels, and improves your body's ability to use insulin properly. All of these factors together create a protective shield around your cardiovascular system. And the best part, you're getting all these benefits in shorter workout sessions because you're working smarter, not longer. If you're learning something valuable, hit that subscribe button to Health After 60. We share life, changing health information every week. But here's what makes this even more powerful for people over 60. Let me break down exactly what's happening inside your body when you do this type of exercise, because understanding this will change how you think about your heart health. When you alternate between different intensity levels, you're actually triggering something called cardiovascular adaptation. Your heart muscle fibers get stronger because they're being asked to respond to change, not just maintain a steady state. Think of it like this: your heart becomes more efficient at delivering oxygen, rich blood to every part of your body. Your blood vessels become more elastic and responsive, which means better circulation to your brain, your organs, your muscles, everything. And here's something most people don't realize: this type of movement actually helps lower your blood pressure more effectively than steady walking alone. Studies have shown that interval-based exercise improves your heart stroke volume, which is how much blood your heart pumps with each beat. A stronger stroke volume means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to do its job, which is exactly what you want as you age. Plus, this approach helps control cholesterol levels, reduces inflammation in your blood vessels, and improves your body's ability to use insulin properly. All of these factors together create a protective shield around your cardiovascular system. And the best part, you're getting all these benefits in shorter workout sessions because you're working smarter, not longer. If you're learning something valuable, hit that subscribe button to Health After 60. We share life, changing health information every week. But here's what makes this even more powerful for people over 60. But here's what makes this even more powerful for people over 60. Interval-based movement addresses the exact problems that come with an aging heart in ways that steady exercise just can't match. First, let's talk about energy. You know that afternoon slump where you just feel drained and need to sit down. This type of exercise actually trains your body to produce and use energy more efficiently throughout the entire day. People who switch to interval movement report feeling more alert, more capable of handling their daily tasks without that constant fatigue. Then there's sleep, which gets harder as we age, right? The intensity variations help regulate your body's natural rhythms better than monotonous exercise, meaning you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. And here's something that surprised even the researchers. Because you're moving at different speeds and intensities, your body has to constantly adjust and balance itself. This improves your coordination and stability, which means fewer falls and better confidence when you're moving around your home or out in public. Plus, unlike long walks that can actually break down muscle as you age, interval movement helps preserve and even build the muscle mass you need to stay independent. Your joints get a break too because you're not pounding the pavement for an hour straight. Shorter sessions with varied intensity mean less wear and tear on your knees, hips, and ankles. Your heart gets stronger while your body gets more functional overall. Now, the key is doing this correctly, because doing it wrong could actually work against you. Let me walk you through exactly how to start this safely, because technique matters more than effort at this stage of life. First, always begin with 5 minutes of gentle movement to warm up your muscles and get blood flowing. This could be slow walking, easy stretching, or gentle arm circles, anything that gets your body ready. Now, here's your basic pattern to follow. Start with 2 minutes of comfortable movement whatever feels natural and easy for you. Then increase your pace or intensity for just 20 to 30 seconds, not sprinting, not pushing until you're gasping, just enough that you notice your breathing picking up and your heart beating a bit faster. Then drop back to your comfortable pace for 2 minutes to recover. That's one cycle. When you're just starting out, do only 3 to 5 of these cycles, which means your total exercise time is only about 10 to 15 minutes. You can do this 3 times per week with rest days in between. As for intensity, use this simple test. During your faster intervals, you should still be able to talk, but you'd rather not have a full conversation. If you can't speak at all, you're pushing too hard. If you can easily chat away, you need to pick it up just a little. Watch for these warning signs. If you feel chest pain, extreme shortness of breath, dizziness, or nausea, stop immediately and rest. But timing is everything with this exercise, and most people get this one thing completely wrong. But timing is everything with this exercise, and most people get this one thing completely wrong. Here's what the research shows works best for people over 60. Your body is primed for exercise in the late morning, roughly between 9 and 11. That's when your heart is most responsive, your body temperature is optimal, and your energy levels are naturally higher. Early morning might seem ideal, but your blood pressure is actually higher right after waking up, and your joints are stiffer, which increases risk. Late afternoon works too, but avoid anything intense within 3 hours of bedtime because it can interfere with that sleep quality we talked about. Now, frequency matters just as much. 3 to 4 days per week is the sweet spot. This gives your heart the challenge it needs while allowing proper recovery time between sessions. And recovery is when the actual strengthening happens. Your heart repairs and builds itself stronger during those rest days. Too many people think more is better and end up exercising 6 or 7 days a week, which actually weakens their heart over time because it never gets a chance to recover and rebuild. Start with just 15 to 20 minutes per session. That's all you need. As weeks go by and it feels easier, you can add 5 minutes or increase the intensity of your faster intervals slightly, but never jump too quickly. Gradual progression is what keeps you safe and gets results. Track how you feel after each session, not just during it. If you're exhausted for hours afterward, you push too hard. Now, this exercise works even better when you combine it with these specific things. This exercise works even better when you combine it with these specific things that most people completely overlook. Hydration is absolutely critical, and I mean before, during, and after your exercise. Your heart needs proper fluid levels to pump efficiently, and dehydration can make your heart work twice as hard for the same results. Drink a glass of water about 30 minutes before you start. Keep water nearby during your session, and drink another glass when you finish. As for eating, never do this on a completely empty stomach, but don't exercise right after a big meal either. About an hour before, have something light like a banana, a handful of nuts, or a small yogurt. This gives you steady energy without weighing you down. After your exercise, within 30 minutes, eat something with a bit of protein to help your body recover. Maybe some cottage cheese, a hard boiled egg, or a protein smoothie. Now here's something that magnifies all these benefits. Focus on your breathing during the intervals. Breathe in through your nose during the easier parts. Then when you increase intensity, let yourself breathe through your mouth naturally. Don't hold your breath ever. Let the oxygen flow. Sleep is your secret weapon too. Your heart repairs and strengthens itself during deep sleep, so aim for 7 to 8 hours each night. And manage your stress, because chronic stress can undo all your hard work by keeping your blood pressure elevated and your heart constantly on edge. But there's one mistake that can completely cancel out all these benefits, and I see seniors making it every single day. The biggest mistake I see is people thinking more is always better. So they jump in doing this every single day, sometimes twice a day, believing they'll get results faster. Your heart needs recovery time just like any other muscle. Overtraining actually weakens your heart instead of strengthening it, and it increases your risk of injury and burnout. Stick to 3 to 4 times per week maximum, especially when you're starting out. Next, learn the difference between discomfort and pain. Discomfort is that feeling of your muscles working, your breathing getting heavier, that slight burn in your legs. That's normal and actually good. Pain is sharp, sudden, localized, and it's your body's alarm system telling you something is wrong. Never push through actual pain. Another critical mistake is skipping the warm up because you're in a hurry or you think it doesn't matter. Cold muscles and a cold heart are asking for trouble. Those 5 minutes of gentle movement before you start could be the difference between a great workout and a trip to the emergency room. And don't forget the cool down either. Stopping abruptly after intense intervals can cause blood to pool in your legs and make you dizzy or lightheaded. Always end with 3 to 5 minutes of easy movement. Avoid exercising on a completely empty stomach. Your blood sugar will drop and you'll feel weak and shaky. And please, if it's extremely hot, extremely cold, or the air quality is poor, move your exercise indoors or skip that day entirely. Don't let simple mistakes hold you back. Subscribe to Health After 60 for more practical tips that actually work. And here's something most people don't know about combining this with their current routine. Let me bring this all together for you so you know exactly what to do starting today. Interval-based movement is your answer to building a stronger, more resilient heart after 60. It's not about abandoning your walks completely, it's about making them smarter and more effective. You can absolutely keep walking for enjoyment and general movement, but now add these interval sessions 3 to 4 times a week. Start small with just 10 to 15 minutes, warm up properly, do your comfortable pace for 2 minutes, followed by 30 seconds of increased effort. Repeat that 3 to 5 times, then cool down gently. Stay hydrated, eat light beforehand, focus on your breathing, and give yourself rest days. Now, let's be realistic about results. You might notice better energy within the first 2 weeks. Better sleep could come within 3 to 4 weeks. Real improvements in your stamina and heart strength typically show up around the 6 to 8 week mark. Some people have told me they felt confident climbing stairs without getting winded. Others mentioned being able to play with their grandchildren without exhaustion. And many simply felt more alive and capable in their daily activities. The long-term benefits are what really matter, though. Reduced risk of heart disease, better blood pressure control, improved circulation, and a heart that stays strong and functional well into your later years. You're taking control of your heart health right now, and that's powerful. Your heart health journey starts with the right information. Subscribe to Health After 60 and hit the bell icon so you never miss life-changing content like this. Remember, it's never too late to make your heart stronger. Start today, start small, and watch how your body thanks you. See you in the next video where we'll discuss the 5 foods that are secretly damaging your heart after 60.